A lot of volatility in the stock markets today, heading toward the close of trading. Deborah Kostroun was in the thick of the action today. Deborah, how much of this was related to the rebalancing of the Russell index?
A lot of it was related to the rebalancing of the Russell. We saw the market really kind of going between gains and losses, in fact, 25 times before 1 p.m. But then in the last 45 minutes of trading, what we did see, volume spiking up rather sharply to 2.3 billion shares here at the New York Stock Exchange. And of course, one of the things that we did see trading at all the exchanges was actually 13.9 billion shares. That's 46% higher than average this year. And traders really do say that today's rebalancing, it was really one of the largest we've had in the past few years. So all that volatility really associated to that, Pim.
Now, Deborah, Wall Street, of course, buzzing about financial regulatory reform. How did that affect financial stocks? A lot of banks attracting a lot of buyers.
They certainly did. And in fact, financials, the biggest gainers in the S&P, mainly because congressional negotiators agreeing on some reform that didn't ban a lot of the hedge fund and buyout fund investing. Also, we saw Moody's surging today as lawmakers agreeing to modify legislation that would have made it easier to sue all the credit rating companies. So certainly that was good news for Moody's.
Now, Deborah, as we close out the week of trading, heavy losses for some of the major averages, correct?
You know, we did. And we have all these concerns about Europe. They have not gone away. We talked about that this week. And Europe is really still causing lots of turmoil. And even after the Fed saying that the debt situation in Europe could harm American growth. And if you take a look at what we saw this week, the Dow was down almost 3%, down 2.9%. The S&P down 3.6%. And the NASDAQ also down some pretty heavy losses there, down 3.7% for the week. Back to you in the studio, Pim.
Thank you very much, Deborah Kostroun, reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.